Today, I'm going to be covering 5 different build moves that you need to learn. And the best part is, they're very easy to master. And I'm even going to show you how to transfer these build moves over to an actual ranked match. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Go check out my other socials. Use code Farley. But now onto the video. The first build move that we are going to cover in this video is the best way to win fights consistently in ranked, and that is by learning the protected peek. So the first step to this move is very simple. Let's say your opponent is in the box in front of you and you want to bait them to peek. What you're going to do is you're going to place a cone in front of you, edit the cone, place a wall to your left, edit the wall, and then you're going to create a box to the left of your opponent. And then the last step to this move is very simple. All you're going to do is reset the cone. You'll notice now I am on a perfect peanut butter peak. And the final step to this move is very simple. All I have to do is spray my opponent's wall, steal it, make a little edit, and then I can pump the player, picking up a free kill. So on full speed, the move would look like this. I see my opponent in front of me, flip up the cone, edit out to my left, create a box, reset. Now I spray the wall, take it, make an edit, and then I can pump the player. Now that we know how to make the protected peek in creative, let's show all of you how to transfer this skill into an actual rank match. So an example of how to set up the perfect peek in a fight would be right here. As you can see, I'm on the roof of the Supernova Academy. I'm going to use my scanner and I'm going to see there's a player below me. I obviously can see him, so I'm going to sprint down, drop on him and pump him and get a little bit of damage. When I do this though, I'm able to get a cone in this box, but he gets a wall in between me and him. I don't want to stand on this wall obviously, because he'll just edit and pump me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip up the cone in front of me, and then I'm going to place a wall to my left, edit it, and then create a full box to my left, and then I'm going to reset the cone that I was standing on originally. What this will do is it will set me up for a perfect peek. Now after I get in this position, I'm going to bait this player by editing, by swinging my pickaxe once to bait him to peek. And from my POV, you can clearly see I'm fully protected on a right hand peek. But from the other player's POV, you can clearly see I'm hidden behind the wall. So all I have to do from this point is when he swings out right, I'm going to reset the wall in his face. This baits his shot. Now he has shotgun delay and I can pump him and then pick up a free kill. So make sure if you want to set up the perfect peek in fights, you look for opportunities like this. The next build move we are going to cover is the best way to full box your opponent, and that is by learning how to pre-piece. So the first step to learning how to do this piece control move is very simple. Let's say your opponent is boxed up in this box right here. I need to practice this movement right here. I'm going to go up to my opponent's box, pick a side, and then I'm going to place a floor, a cone, edit both of them, and then place a box next to the box they're in. And you also need to practice all of the boxes. So I did this side, now I'm going to practice going to the left side. If the player's running backwards, I need to practice this movement so I'm ready for it. Now that we've learned how to pre-box, we can now move on to the first step of this move, which is looking at the direction of what your opponent is facing. Like let's say I spray on the wall right here and I can see the opponent in the box and I notice him looking out to the left. I know he wants to move in that direction, so that's the box that I'm going to pre-piece. So now when he edits, I have him full box and I can pump him. But let's say your opponent doesn't want to leave the box, and when you're trying to swing on it, he's just holding the wall. What you can do is cut off angles and force him to leave the box. You can do this by, let's say the opponent is boxed up right here. I can place cones here, and when he tries to go out that direction, he realizes he can't anymore. He's going to be pressured. Now he's going to want to leave in another direction, and I can pre-piece that area. So in full speed, the motion would look like this. I see the player boxed up. Maybe I cut off the left side. I see him moving out to the right, and then I pre-piece that area, and I pick up a free kill. Now that we've learned how to do this move in creative, let's show you how to transfer it over to an actual ranked match. So let's use this fight right here for an example. As you can see, I'm pushing over to my opponent. I'm going to get high ground on him, and I'm going to grab control of the boxes around him. When I do this now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure. This is now going to force the player to leave the box. When he leaves the box, I'm able to shoot him in the back, and I'm able to crack him. When this happens, I need to cut off the angles and make sure I can pre-piece this player properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the left side of the box, and when the player realizes he can't edit in that direction anymore, he now has to move in a different direction. So I'm going to read him, and I'm going to pre-piece the box that I think he's going to go into. This is going to allow me to now full box him, and I'm able to pump him when he's not looking and pick up a free elim. So make sure when you're fighting in ranked, you think about things like this so that you can come out on top in all of your fights. Moving on now, let's talk about the best way to piece control your opponent every single time, and that is by learning the ramp phase trick. The first thing you are going to look for is there a cone in your opponent's box? If there isn't, a lot of people would just try and seal the wall, and then they'd make a window edit or something, put a cone in their box, and then pump them. But by the time you grab this wall and then you place a cone in their box, they could have left already. So what you're going to do is you're going to swing on your opponent's wall once, look to see if there's a cone in their box, and then you're going to place a ramp while holding a wall at the same time. This is going to catch your opponent off guard, not allowing them to leave the box. So the move would look like this. I spray on my opponent's wall, see if there's no cone in his box, slide the ramp and the wall in at the same time, pump him, and then get a free kill. Also, you want to avoid 50-50, so when you take the wall and put the ramp in, I recommend just placing a window edit instead and then playing from a right hand peek, because if you make this edit, the other player could just look at you and pump you in your face. Now that we've learned how to do this move in creative, let's show you how to transfer it over to an actual ranked match. Oh, when this player runs away from me again and creates even more space, I notice a pattern in this player. He doesn't place cones in his box, and I can use that to my advantage to piece him up. So when this player boxes up on low ground in hard mats, I'm going to shoot his wall with my shotgun to get it weak. I'm going to pull out my pickaxe, and instead of trying to take the wall and then piece him up, I'm going to throw a ramp in his box again while taking the wall at the same time. This means I grab complete control of his box, I can make a wide edit, and then I can pump the player, cracking him, and then pick up a free kill. But I was only able to pick up this kill super quickly because I noticed a pattern and I used it to my advantage. So make sure to do things like this in rank to pick up free kills in the mid game. Moving on to the next build move of this video, which is the best way to take your opponent's wall every time, and that is with the cone flip trick. So the first step to this move is very simple. Let's say I'm sitting in this box right here and my opponent is in that box right there and I want to take his wall. The first step to this move is I'm going to place a cone in front of me, in between me and him. I don't just want to stand on the cone. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the cone and I'm going to edit this tile, the back tile, and then the one next to me. What this will do now is it'll set up the cone like this. The reason this peek is so good is because from the other player's POV, it counters every peek. Peanut butter peek, it's fully countered. Window peek, right hand peek, it's fully countered. Same with this one. It's completely counterable because this guy's going to try and pump you and he's going to hit the floor instead. Now all you have to do from this point is, now that you've flipped the cone, you can just spray the wall while staying on the left side to make sure he can't peek you, steal the wall, and then you can make a window edit while staying on a right hand peek and then easily pump the player. And if he tries to leave the box, easy piece up and then a free kill. Also, it doesn't have to be a window edit. You could just grab the wall, reset the cone, and then just set yourself up for a peanut butter peek just like that. So in full speed, it looked like this. I see my opponent boxed up, maybe sprayed a little bit, grab the cone, flip it, spray, I get in, and then I pump the player and pick up a free kill. Now that we've learned how to do this move in creative, let's show you how to transfer it over to an actual ranked match. So let's use this fight right here for an example. As you can see, there is an opponent above me. I'm on low ground. I'm going to chop him out and I'm going to pump him. Now when I pump this player, he's going to switch to his hard mats and he's going to create a 2x1 of space. So that means I need to take his wall from a protected angle. So I'm going to edit out to my right, steal the wall, and I'm going to make a wide edit while staying to the left. This means I have a right hand peek. And then I'm going to break the ramp and replace it with a cone. From this point, now I'm going to flip up the back 3 tiles of the cone. What this does is if the player tries to make a peanut butter edit, you're going to notice that it blocks off any angle of him seeing me. What I can do from this point now is spray the wall on the right and steal it. And as I'm moving into the box, I'm going to make a window edit, place a cone in his box, and then pump him. But after I pump him, I'm going to reset the wall so that he can't shoot back at me. And when I see this player running away, I know it's safe to make a wide edit. He chokes his edit, and I'm able to pump him on a right hand peek, and then pick up a free kill. So make sure when you're trying to take walls and fight your opponents, you take them from protected angles so you don't take any damage. The next best build move of this video is the best way to counter aggressive players, and that is by learning how to do counter damage with pre-fires. So the first step to learning pre-fires is go into any map with bots that are going to shoot back at you. So in this map right here, for example, the Martaz map, I can go to the left to this box fight arena over here, and there's a bunch of different moves that you can practice. But if you go into this one right here, you're going to be able to practice your pre-fires because you're going to see there's bots spraying at you, and all you can do is just practice your pre-fires over and over until you get it down. And you're also not going to know which direction they're going to spawn in, so it's going to help you with your awareness to know where you need to pre-fire from. Also, another thing, I know you can't really hear me over the shots, but learn how to track your crosshair on your opponent. So while I'm moving, look at how my crosshair is staying on the opponent. This way, when he shoots the wall, I'm ready and I can pre-fire him. From this point now, you can also incorporate wall resets. So let's say my opponent's on my wall, I'll hit a wall reset to break the wall and then pump him. So like here, hit a wall reset, make it weak. Gives you better reaction time and it's going to help you with your awareness. Players on your wall, hit a wall reset, and then you pump them. You can do it with all the other edits too. If I had a window reset and then I want to pump the player, I can do that as well. And the final step now is to go into a map and actually try it on real players. So like right here, this guy pushes up to me, I can literally just hit a wall reset, and then I can pre-fire him whenever he wants to shoot the wall. Like that. Now that we've learned how to do this move in creative, let's show you how to transfer it over to an actual ranked match. An example of counter damage would be right here. I'm on the roof of the Supernova Academy. There's another player as well. We're going to get in a bloom battle, and he's going to win the bloom battle, and he's going to crack me. Now after this player cracks me, he's super close to me and he's closing the distance, which means I'm not going to have time to pop my meds, so I need to look for counter damage. So I'm going to pop my chug jug while dropping onto low ground, and then I'm going to cover my head in hard mats and wait for him to make a mistake. And when I see this player swinging on my wall, I know if I time it correctly, I can pre-fire this player. So I'm going to let him swing twice on the wall, and on the second swing, I'm going to pre-fire him and I'm going to crack him while backpedaling. That was the counter damage I was looking for, and now you'll notice I have the health advantage. But now I'm going to play patient and wait for the player to make a mistake. When I see the player in front of me, I'm going to make a window edit, but the player places a ramp in front of me and he saw the other wall open, so he's trying to land on that side of the box. So it's very important that I reset that wall so that he can't hit me in the face, but he is able to grab the wall after he shoots it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bait this player to make a bad edit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my pickaxe really quickly and then pull out my pump. This makes the player think I'm going to go swing on the wall, but instead I have my pump out. That means I have less shotgun delay and I can pump the player and then pick up a free kill. So make sure to do things like this to get counter damage on your opponents. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be live later today. And if you want to see it instantly become better at Fortnite, go check this video out. But with that, I'm out. Peace.